Hey chat, so Tainted Pact combo was the scourge of Historic for a little while. For those that aren't familiar, it says exile the top card of your library. You may put that card into your hand unless it is the same name as another card exiled this way. Repeat this process until you exile 2 cards the same name or put a card in your hand, whichever comes first. So they banned Thassa's Oracle as a win condition. But we have Jace Wielder of Mystery here. It said if you would draw a card with library's no cards that you win the game instead. Target player mills 2 cards, draw a card. So the basic idea is the only cards we have more than one of in our deck are Jace and Tainted Pact. So when you draw a copy of Jace, you draw a copy of Tainted Pact, you're guaranteed to be able to have Tainted Pact exile the entirety of your deck, which then lets Jace win the game with his static condition. We also have some things like Fae of Wishes and Wishclaw Talisman and solve the equation to either search up our key cards out of our deck or grab additional copies from our sideboard here. Out of the latest anthology, Laelia Blade Reforge was added to this platform, and this says whenever it attacks, you exile a top card you can play at this turn, but it also says whenever one or more cards are put in your exile from your library or graveyard, put a 1/1 counter on Laelia. So basically what this means is if we cast a Tainted Pact while this is in play, you could just exile most of your deck or all of it if you also have a Jace in your hand to make her huge in attack. Similarly, we could exile a bunch of cards off our deck to attack with the Crackling Drake for instants and sorceries. So we have a couple of cheeky other ways to win. And then at its core, we're just playing a kind of Grixis control deck to enable this combo that's got a bunch of wacky singletons to meet the condition. So let's go ahead and pop on into some games with this and see how it goes. Someone asks, is Grim Tutor available? It is, but Grim Tutor is not very good. 3 mana, sorcery speed, and 3 life are all very steep conditions to try and meet. Vision is probably a land. We have turn 5 lethal. So we go solve the equation for Tainted Pact. And then at their end of turn, we'll exile all but 1 card out of our deck, and then we'll untap and play Jace. 3 life and 3 mana at sorcery speed is not worth it. Grim Tutor is like a sum of its parts, right? So Layla's text is 1 or more, but Tainted Pact exiles cards off your library 1 at a time. Okay, so now's the part where I have to exile the entirety of my deck here by clicking decline a bunch, so hold please. Someone can put some hold music on, that'd be great. Again, we're guaranteed not to hit 2 cards with the same name because we have Jace and Tainted Pact in hand. Alright. 32. 31. 30. 29. 28. 27. 26. 25. 24. 23. 22. 21. 20. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and we need to leave a card in our deck so we draw for the turn. Then we can play Jace and win the game. Watch me get a Fateful Absence here. Oh, Magic is a funny game. Do-da, do-da. Bum 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 ba da 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 da. Now we have to bring in the Thought Distortion, something like that. Power Word Kill, not so good here. Sweepers in. And that, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, is a lesson in why this archetype was made much less powerful when they banned Thassa's Oracle. Because as a point of reference, Thassa's Oracle still wins the game there. Our opponent passed their removal check, yes. All right, hold on now, folks. I'll do it again. All right, we win this time, I think. 37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20. And this is why, chat, for reference, you don't cut the second chase, despite it being awkward with the Laelia and the Crackling Drake sometimes. But you want to just be able to do this to people on 4 when you happen to draw them both. What's up, my dude? 11, 10, 9, 8,
why are you counting?
7. We're counting how many cards are left in my deck. I get to 1. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
What? So what you should do? I don't know what you should do. What you should do, Daddy? To win. See, if we keep happy wheels, we can win the house. But we got stronger cards.
Yeah, so this card lets us win the game when our deck is empty.
Oh,
So we made our deck empty and then we won the game.
that is crazy. How about, wait, do every deck has that?
Nope, not everyone, but this one does.
What's the most, if this is the most specialist card in the game,
It's pretty good.
how good is it? The time for my shoulder right.
Yeah, the interface shows you how many cards are in your deck. You just have to like mouse over your deck. So I was counting, so I didn't have to keep going back and forth between where my deck was and the decline button. I think I'm mulliganing this, right? There's just like no combo pieces, no interaction.
Also, Daddy,
What's up, dude?
can I play outside?
You play outside? Did you ask your mom?
Actually, I have my mom.
Okay. Bottoming, non-lands, non-tainted packs here. Yes, probably land. We go this into Layla, this into Kalitas. Just eliminate that now. Although I guess I can attack with this, right? Yeah, because it cranks itself to a 3/3. Hey, what's going on, J-Ray? Thank you for the 48 months. Welcome back. Howdy. Yeah, we're supposed to get rain and stuff down this way for the next little bit. Actually, we took the kids to the pool one more time before school starts last night. It was like the last like hot and not stormy day for a little bit. Oh, I should have waited to play my land, right? So we could get a land with this. Also had expressive iteration. So yeah, I'm gonna find a land with this, and I could have guessed it, or could have played it. Yeah. I think I actually want the land in my hand, huh? Because I'm a big dumb stupid. So, I should be +1 card here. We could go for the combo here, but I feel like they're probably holding up Fateful Absence at this point because they're scared of getting combo killed, so I'm just chilling for now. I'm gonna Languish these two. Legion Angel is one of their better cards they could have here. I'm gonna go ahead and just play Kalitas out and crack this clue. Maybe I should have drawn with the Cling. I'm just not sure if I wanted to draw with this yet, or if I want to. I'm not sure if I want to draw or gain life with it. Tainted Pact here. We drew the Jace. Lifelink for 3. Come on, play another Legion Angel, friend. You know you want to. What's going on, Rage Quit? Thank you for the 33 months. Appreciate the support. Welcome back. All right. Comical start to the day. Still won the match. God bless. Yeah, for sure, Worky. Like firing on all axes there. Yeah, we activated their trap card in the first game. And then just like had a clean turn 4 splitter twin you in the second one. I think we mulligan this. Not only are we missing combo pieces, but like I'm short the 3rd black to cast this card, right? If they're playing something aggressive, it's not, hand's not great. If they're playing something controlling, it's got a medium as well. All right, well, we're not excited about it, but this is our 5-card hand chat. We're gonna bottom Cathartic Pyre and a basic Swamp and hope for the best. We do at least have a cantrip here. And a Scry. No red mana though, is a big letdown. Would have loved to keep the iteration after mulliganing. Yeah, Bolas jumped back for the rubs. Hagra Mauling's a black land for this, so if we spike a untapped red next turn, we get to go ahead and play Nikki B. This matchup's got to be alright for us, right? They don't have that much interaction. Is Mason a real deck in Historic Doubt? We played it on stream and it felt kind of okay. I think it probably has a medium matchup into a combo control deck like we're currently playing, but in general, I think it's mostly fine, yeah. Alright, am I grabbing Tainted Pact here, or am I grabbing a... I think I'm grabbing Tainted Pact. I could grab a red spell land to play tapped, but I think I just need to combo them, right? Two, three, four, five, 6 gates currently. Maze's End gets them gate number 7. Okay, 6 gates still. I feel like when I mouse over Maze's End, it should have a number on it for the number of different medium gates they have. Welcome interface edition. All right, we do have 6 lands now, so any Jace wins the game outright. For us is noteworthy here. So we're 2 out of 47 to win on the spot, and then we have a number of tutors to help pass that. They keep holding up mana. I wonder if they have like main deck negates or something. This format's definitely inbred towards control enough that I can see a main deck counterspell being a thing I have to be concerned about. I'm auto-renewed 3 weeks ago, but I have vacation and not online, so happy 23 to you and me. I'd sing you a song about it, but I don't know how to publish voice notes. What's going on, Senatap? Thanks for the 23 months. Yeah, I assume they have plenty of bad cards in their hand to exile to Nicol Bolas here. Is that lethal? I think that's lethal. Looks like we're gonna be a day late and a turn short. I didn't have anything else I could do there. Hey, thanks for the bits, Quick Walrus. Appreciate it. So I get to bring in all of our counter spells and discard spells. We leave Thought Distortion in the board to fish up with our tutors. We'll cut all of our miscellaneous anti-aggro cards here for the most part. We'll leave a couple of, like, Eliminate and Heartless Act so we don't, like, randomly die to Goat, I think. Double check that I'm not... Sideboarding out, making sure you're not missing anything is, like, a process with this deck. Make sure there aren't any bad red removal spells I don't want hiding. I guess Prismari Command doesn't do a whole lot. Just leave in the extra goat removal. This hand technically has our combo in it. Technically. We need 2 more blue sources to cast the Jace, but Fae of Wishes here does get, what's it called? Okay, that's adorable. We'll get rid of that one. That one technically disrupts us. That's super cute. And then obviously Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Oh, maybe they have that in their main? They could. Yeah, I can see that being a main deck card. Oh, is it sorcery speed? Oh, I didn't need to take that one then. Why did I think that was an instant? Okay, so they're dead next turn. Oh wait, they're technically not dead next turn, right? Because there's two Tainted Pacts in my deck. We have to pact. We don't have enough mana. We have to pact into a pact into a pact. Okay, so let's start by iterating then and see if we can find like a discard spell. Love it. Hand, library, exile. Show me your secrets. They have another negate. We're gonna Silundi Vision and end a turn here. Oh, they tap out for Golos, we kill them. I assume they're just casting Explore. Alright, so looking for our Pact negation here. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. I'll make some treasures here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and cast Fae of Wishes as a spell. We'll play Fabled Passage, and then at their end of turn, we can Tainted Pact for a Thoughtseize. Or a Mind Spike. We already Thoughtseize game. Yeah, we have a Mind Spike in our deck. We had lethal, not through a negate. We didn't. Oh, I guess I could get Pact of Negation because this could have gotten Pact of Negation, right? Yeah, I could have got. You're right. Yeah, I missed it. No, because we packed to get our Pact of Negation. Yeah, Tainted Pact's an instant. Do I just want the Pact of Negation or do I want to go for the Mind Spike? The problem is, what if the Mind Spike's super low in our deck and then they have 2 counter spells? Oh, I forgot to fetch with my Fabled Passage before we started doing this. So I went into the tank. Well, big dumb stupid, we're gonna exile all our basics. There's a basic left. Alright, sometimes lucky. We definitely missed Deterministic the previous turn. Yeah, I'm gonna lose this game because I messed up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm one mana short of being able to grab my Archmage's Charm and cast it this turn. If a counterspell face up, chat. My Pact of Negation is gone. I think I'm gonna Fae of Wishes and go grab my Thought Distortion here. Do I want to do that? It's the Soaring City is what we're discarding, right? Like, I mean, what are we discarding? I mean, this is the obvious answer. Or do I want the extra mana for next turn? So next turn... Oh, it's 2 cards. Oh, never mind. Chat, I haven't played Magic before. Alright, we're just gonna hope they don't have, Oh, yeah, that's true. We can actually just channel pick this back up. That's a good shout. I'm really upset I missed the line with the second pact a couple turns prior. We're likely going to have 2 counter spells here, but I think we're also kind of in a spot where we just kind of got to go for it. This makes lots of blue. Makes lots of blue, chat. Alright, well, since they did this, and they didn't... Since they did all this, and they didn't, put a Maze's End into play, do we just pick the Fae of Wishes up now? Right? So we can Thought Distortion them? Kiki doesn't make an extra mana, chat. It would be spending a treasure to make a treasure. They did not have another counterspell there. We could have gone for it in one. It doesn't do anything, Lambton, because I had to spend a treasure to make a token. So I'd be spending a treasure to make a treasure. It doesn't make any extra mana. Stop it, Twitch chat. Yeah, we played too conservatively. We should have just gone for it the previous turn. Into the one negate. It's have so many draws here in another one now, and I don't have enough mana to counter a counter this turn anymore. And we have to go for it because they have bases end to win the game now. Yeah, our deck was capable of winning this game at 2 different points, and I fucked it up. We had a deterministic win at one point, we had a likely win at another point, and I took the Fae of Wishes line, and I shouldn't have. And then, obviously, we mulliganed to 5 and couldn't do anything in the first game, because Magic the Gathering. Fable the Mirror Breaker is pretty cracked, though, chat, in case anybody wasn't aware of that by now. The Gunner's Dream. I think we were deep in the tank when you resubbed a few minutes ago. Thanks for the 3 years. Welcome back. Appreciate it. Definitely just taking a snoop here. What's going on, DMS? Thank you for the 52 months. Appreciate the almost 4.5 years. I'd like to break some mirrors, please. Oh, I guess the way this sets up, it lets the expert kill my thing. Yes. Crackling Drake looking potentially very good here. Layla looking lovely. We attacked before we played a land this turn, chat. Look at that. We're learning. We're learning. Oh, I should attack to see if I had a land, right? Never mind. Still dumb, chat. Still dumb. Turns out. Wouldn't have hit the land anyways. No harm, no foul. Roll none of this for Big Papa Krinko here. This is not deterministic because there are two, there's 2 Jaces in my deck. I'm gonna attack here though, so this is likely lethal next turn. Let's iterate to start, so we hit a Jace, we win. And Library Exile. Okay, so if we hit what? So this gets it to 6. We hit 7 instants or sorceries before we hit 2 Jaces, they die. One, 2, 3. One Jace. We need 2 more. 1 more. 1 more. Come on. Haha. Chat, we did it. We did it. We can't exile our whole deck Wargy because there were 2 Jaces in it. So we needed to hit a little bit good variance there. But yeah, that's the idea. Both Laelia and Crackling Drake with Tainted Pact can get an end result like what we saw there. Sweep through. Okay, so Narset's not very good here. Bolas is slow. Shark Typhoon's not the axis we're fighting this match on. We'll bring in a bunch of sweepers. Cling to Dust doesn't really matter. Winning with combat is cheating. Yeah, kinda. Combo bat. Is this one? This one's probably a Laelia out matchup, right? Although I guess with Anger and Languish, we could like sweep the board and then kill them with this. We leave it in. Wishclaw might be slow. Solve the equation might be slow. I feel like I just don't have time to do those things here. Fae of Wishes, like, is at least an okay blocker early if we need it. I can be convinced that was either a likely outcome or very lucky, and I have no idea which. LOL. Alright, obviously this hand isn't particularly interactive because we're playing Magic the Gathering, but Search with Jace I think is a keep. If we find Tainted Pact in our top 2 cards, this hand is turn 4 lethal. So I think we just kind of YOLO it and hope to find interaction. Are they missing a land? That would be good for us, because we get to kill the Script Prospector here. I think I keep second red simply by virtue of there's Angers and Swelters in my deck right now. Opponent sacrifice the target so we don't get the leftovers on this. Smart. We have Kalitas next turn to help stabilize the board though, so that's great. Like, obviously not our combo piece, but like, I think it's just like, it's fine here to keep. I've been a little more aggressively here as we try to get something together. Feels Magic the Gathering, man. Feels Magic the Gathering, man. All right, we take those. I could not win with this turn because I didn't have a way to trigger a draw after. It just For clarity's sake, we did not miss lethal there. I'd already activated my Jace. Could have killed that before combat to prevent the combat trigger. You're correct, but then that would have let them know they should attack my Jace because they didn't have lethal to kill me. So I explicitly let them get the token in that instance because I wanted them... I explicitly let them get the token in that instance. I didn't want my Planeswalker to die. Because now I get to get Tainted Pact and kill them. So we gave them the 1/1. So that way our Planeswalker lives. This deck's some real big brain magic, chat. There's a lot of lines. Which is why the match we lost, I punted into the sun. This deck was sweet last time we played it too. This deck's pretty close to reasonable. Especially the last time we played this, Phoenix and Cat Oven hadn't been nerfed, and your Phoenix matchup was really bad with this deck. So the fact that Phoenix is basically evaporated off the ladder makes this seem like a real good choice. I knew you had a crown in my heart of hearts, Goons. Our mana's kind of awkward here, he says, before he draws his Grixis Triome and everything is made better. Thank you, Mr. Grixis Triome. But decided what Explorer deck we're playing today yet? I don't think so. Vodrock turns. That's a strong contender. I like that deck. Been around much. How did Phoenix get nerfed? They nerfed Unholy Heat to 4 damage, and Darcy no longer gets +2 toughness, so she's a little easier to kill. Just start assembling the combo. Don't have decks for deck voting. I don't think so. Okay, so with Fatal Push in hand, this Kalitas isn't particularly appealing here, so I think we're just gonna go ahead. Sorry, Fatal Push plus Fabled Passage in hand. Oh. Or we could just draw our Planeswalker and then cast that and start drawing cards. I'm gonna mill them, because I don't want to mill my second Tainted Pact if I can avoid it. Drown in the Locks, another reason to mill them instead of myself. These spells really particularly matter. Yes, I guess we lose the Awakening. It won't let us fix the rest of the man hands. That makes a lot of sense. Supreme Will is a wonderful pickup. Well, Impact, not so much. We're just chilling on the Kalitas until they crack this Fabled Passage. What was this Unite move? 8? Draw 7 cards? Double Island means they're at least 2 turns off a 5-mana Nicol Bolas, which is great. Yeah, they appear to be generic Grixis control. the classic Hitagetsu consumes all Drown in the Lock combo deck here from our opponent. Not going to play this. Again, I don't want to play my creature into Fatal Push if I can avoid it. Also kind of want to hold up Supreme Will here. Yeah, Jace Unites at 8. Minus 8. So I assume we're losing Supreme Will here. Man, this Thought Erasure card seems pretty bad. You, like, cast it and then you concede the game? Seems loose. Yeah, our hand was great. Agree. I'll leave Molten Impact in over Eliminate because this kills 4 mana Nikki B if they're playing it. Same thing with this. Thoughts need to be restored. So Thought Distortion stays in the sideboard, so we could grab it with Fae of Wishes. Is generally speaking the plan. I also think I leave Kalitas in the post-board games just because they're likely to board out some of their removal, which means my creature threats, they need to cut something to bring in counterspells, so my creature threats are more likely to be useful in games 2 and 3 because they're trying to strike a balance here. Canyon Slough Archmage Charm is a bit of a combo, but hand's got a bunch of good spells in it, so I'm going to go ahead and keep. These are a few of my favorite things. Morning, Lego. Get that, chat. We need triple blue. They're helping us out. I kind of want to put this on black, but I think we need to put it on blue so that way I can scry, or I can cast Crackling Drake. Ooh, Narset's kind of nice. I think I need lands though, right? The Dragon God's definitely a little bit on the more ambitious side for our mana base, but that's what it is. If I put this into play tapped, Crackling Drake's castable next turn. So I could have kept Test of Talents here, but I wanted to Thought Erasure them back if they Thought Erasured us. I don't know. I don't know if that's right or not, but it felt good at the moment, so. We're much closer to casting that than the other one. Yeah, I'm bidding that because I think we're losing the Nicol Bolas. Magic is almost assuredly incredible in the Cerebro deck, and yeah, we could probably play that today. Punished. Let's go make a treasure, draw 2, discard 2. And Magic's basically good in every... Oh my god. Magic is basically good in every decade. Snap. Actually, just the best land draw, because it's a land draw that lets them escape Kroxa here. Alright, and we're going to game 3 chip. I'll take one draw step, but I don't think I left anything in my deck that kills this. Yeah. Discard spell into the perfect land. Quinjet's a good first one. Solid upgrade to the Collector Shell. Does Kroxa mean I want some slightly different stuff out of my board? Maybe. Maybe instead of Molten Impact, I do want the Eliminate. Oh, that's close. This kills their Planeswalkers, which they also have. Oh, let's just run it back. I don't know if I'm gonna do Unite live, but there will definitely be Buzz Dorko highlights on the highlights channel starting tomorrow morning. I'll play some off stream tonight. I think Matt's working the rest of the week. He's the person I like to duo with these days. Bottom this, because ideally I'd like to find a untapped land to cast my Narset with. That's fine. Tapped land search sounds lovely against Grixis. They've been mostly discard spells unless counter spells, so having search on top of our deck here is also excellent. Yeah, lovely. Well, so you can't play Moon Girl in the Cerebro deck anymore, Lampton, because when they changed Moon Girl, they made her 4 power. So we had her in the Cerebro deck originally because she was 3 power. Yeah. Our hand's kind of like gas, so. The top of our deck was good too. That was a couple of patches ago they added the Forsaken Crossroads change. Wow, they left us Narset too? That seems so good for us. Our opponent has drawn a lot of discard spells, yes. I'm gonna leave blue-black here in case we hit Dispute or a discard spell with Narset. Show me all secrets. So... take the Thought Erasure. 5 cards in my bin. If they hit the land to play Nicol Bolas this turn, I actually have to flip my search next turn, which is nice. And, like, my Narset is turning off their Discovery. Yeah, you Surveil 2, opponent. Surveil 2 resolves. Oh, man. All right, chat. Our deck's been very good, so I think we all deserve a little bit extra audio as a treat. And zoom out here, get this client restarted. Whoop! There's my Pokemon build from my highlight video that went up this morning that I recorded last night. Speaking of, shout out to everybody that checks out the Unite stuff. This morning was my 300th highlight video in a row on the Hooglandia Unite channel. Hard to believe that game's been out for a year. We've got 300 highlights up there. The crit hit Charizard build is sweet, chat. Boost emblems give you another 7%, 7 to 10%. I currently only have 7%. You technically get up to 10. Narset always performs better as a singleton. She's just, you know, she's a solo performer. I have to say, it's so incredibly validating experiencing the historic format we have right now with how they finally adjusted this format. Like, they waited so long to touch Phoenix and Ghet Oven, and like seeing the result just be incredibly positive change for the play patterns of this format is just like, it's so wonderful. I don't have enough copium left in my body to think that, like, maybe them seeing that will mean that we'll get more regular balance changes, but it would be nice if that was the case. Taking Smith. Oh, I want to build blue-black mill in this format, I think. We'll do that tomorrow. I have so many decks I want to play. Cause like I want to get to Sultai Goif at some point, but like I want to build blue-black mill. I think you just build like blue-black Luris control, and you just play like 4 Glimpse, 4 Laughter, 4 Crab, just like 12 mill cards. You don't go all in on turbo milling, people. It's like, okay, we'll do these, it'll be good enough. I think this is a land and this is a spell. I have triple blue. I have triple black as well, though, so I definitely want a 4th blue more than a 4th black. Dasha's not really a playable card yet. She's just not good.
I have faced worse than the light. I'll make use of that later.
Chandra's not a terrible pickup. I grab out of my sideboard here. You could grab Mind Spike and just take there. take the rebuke. I don't really have anything else to do with my mana this turn, right? And that has the upside of if we just like spike the Jace off the top next turn, they die. Oh my fucking god. Oh shit. Oh shit. Magic Arena. Land? No, they have this still technically, right? Alright, so we draw Jace, they die because they tapped out? 2 out of 47? Have your card.
Anyone who stands in my way is getting sick. Check out these fireworks.
I should have checked that this was an elemental before we did that, because magic in 2020 is weird, but glad it wasn't.
Well, fresh.
I hope our opponent plays against blue-white control for the next 12 matches, and Soul Artifact.
Some solutions must be built.
I think I'm gonna pay for this. Because if they don't have a target, we still get to draw a card. Chat, this can't gain control of their card. I know reading is hard for you, but please try it sometime. Well, the XX token counts itself, so it wouldn't just die. You want me to read? Rude. Now I gotta decide, do I want to take the token and chump block to effectively gain 10, or do I want to draw 2 cards, just like run for the combo kill? Are you gonna play this other card to grab the Thought Monitor?
I will fight for my friends.
If I take their 5/5 now, they have to tap their Darksteel Citadel to cast their thing, which I think it means it's good.
Decisive action is needed.
They have 4 artifacts in play now. So it's like, either delays the Thought Monitor, or I basically get 2 fogs out of taking their 1/1. Alright, we tried. Jace? Jace? If we can live long enough to set up the Fae of Wishes. Their deck's probably a difficult matchup for us. They have a lot of good pressure, and they have counter spells in the main and more out of the sideboard.
A curious choice.
We'll block, plus discard these two to bounce this, but... the 14 that way. I guess I can Granted plus recast Fae. Alright, I'm just gonna concede this match. I don't think... we're at a point on the ladder where we have rank down protection anyway, so this loss doesn't count if we lose. If I recall correctly. Yeah. I think the artifact, the blue-eyed artifact deck is very good. I don't think Scissors is likely good in it because the best control deck in the format is blue-white. I think that core is super reasonable. It was good before this anthology. Our opponent goes first, and the fact that they're playing Yorion means I'm gonna keep this kind of slow, clunky hand. I'll play Canyon Slough, tapped on one, and then we'll just Inquisition on two. It's a little bit worse into Censor, but... what cards does blue-white run that makes Scissors bad? Emperor and March. March is literally 1 mana, exile your thing. Exile your Darksteel Citadel. Chandra in our opener in this matchup is great. So, obviously, they could have another Censor or a Veto, and then we're a little bit sad. But I think it's correct to jam this, because starting next turn, they'll have Absorb available to them. So it's actually more likely that this gets counterspelled if we wait a turn. So, you know, Magic's a game that frequently feels bad to play. But situations like that, just because we get got, doesn't mean it's wrong to have played our card when we did. That's unfortunate for our land sequencing. I guess I should have played this last turn. I don't know, it's tough. I should have played this last turn, actually. Shocked. This would have hedged drawing both Nicol Bolas and Jace. Just actual third Censor. Oof. I think Farewell's not really a concern for that artifact deck because they could realistically just counterspell that. But March or the Otherworldly Light's like a 1 mana play. So you can't really just be like, oh, well, we'll just counter it. All right. I don't think we live in a main deck Aethergust Society anymore, so this should be good. They don't have Commit to Memory available.
I'm Chandra, the Immolation Sensei. Aw, looks like someone's getting a little sweaty.
Getting a little sweaty. Now, main deck Dovin's Veto is pretty common out of these blue-white decks, so... This is close. Perhaps I should just jam my Planeswalker.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I'm holding on to this to pitch the Cathartic Pyre. Is Dragon God giving them emblems faster better than making them sacrifice or exile a card from hand? I'm not sure that it is.
No pressure.
Now this is gonna get countered.
Always do better next time.
What strange sequencing. It's like doing it during the upkeep to let us know you already had it. Alright, they gotta end the game before 8 turns. I guess they could have absorbs to elongate that, but... I mean, that's technically lethal if they have nothing. Topped? Sure. Tick-tock goes the Chandra clock. I'm not even sure if we're losing. We might be losing, but I am definitely exhausted. Library exile. Okay, we're cooking with gas. Hey, Reckless, thanks for the 23 months. Welcome back. Appreciate it. And they cycled their last sensor here? speeds up the Chandra clock and gives us some toys here to play with.
There are so many mysteries to uncover. I have just the trick for this. Still have much to learn.
I grab Eliminate here because they just played all the Storm Giants. We just gotta, we just gotta live the Chandra emblems here. I think it really matters which of these I play. They gave us the... Do you think they're decking us? Because they gave us the... They gave us a free card. Maybe they think they're decking us. Oh, I shouldn't have put Languish on the very bottom. I should have put it like third from the bottom. They know about Eliminate and Heartless Act is about the same, so we'll use the Eliminate first. They don't know the Heartless Act is coming. Yes, Crackling Drake and Laelia are both good with our backs, is accurate. Second White Castle. All right, we won game one. Discard spells, counter spells in. Languish, Sweltering Suns, Cathartic Pyre, Heartless Act out. Leaving Molten Impact for cleaning up Planeswalkers. Eliminate. Cleans out Narset and their, what's it called? Cling to Dust is decent into their flashback card. Kalitas doesn't do much here, right? This is fine. Match is gonna go long and is about attrition, so. Hands with lands are mostly what we're looking for to start, I think. I'm gonna play this out tapped, because an untapped land doesn't hold anything extra up, and this way if I draw a third blue source next turn, we can have Archmage Charm as an option on 3. This also gives them the confidence to like jam an Narset into our Mystical Dispute. Let's going on, Inviction? Thanks for the 20 months of Prime. Welcome back. Appreciate it. It's bad if they have a Teferi next turn. Watch them like dispute us back and then slam Teferi. It's like actual worst case scenario. They're playing Spell Pierce in their control deck. Sure are. What's going on, Nice Mace Stun? Thanks for the 3 years. Alright, we didn't get Teferi'd, so glass half full. Glass half full, did not get Teferi'd. Have triple black, so we'll take second red towards Crackling Drake or Chandra if we draw either of them. We will do this. Was this your Hoot submission? Nice. I'm drawing a blank, but it was definitely a Hoots competitor. Yeah, I thought it was you.
I've learned much during my travels. Let me show you.
Hootsie isn't even just strictly about the money so much as it's like about the time commitment and the content growth. The reason why I stopped running the Hoots tournaments was the last 2 or 3 Hooglandia tournaments didn't have meaningfully better metrics than just me streaming Magic Arena normally. So it's just like so much extra work for like no extra content growth. When we were running them on the regular, they used to bring in like 2 to 2.5 times my normal viewer count, and then just like interest in competitive Magic just like fell off a cliff.
I'll be back.
I think I want to land here. It's close though. How do we feel about steal a 2/2, kill a 2/2? Buys us a lot of time, right? Mystic Dispute. Yeah, I think that's fine. So we're still killing one of them. And for holding our Pact of Negation, he says before getting Stovins vetoed. Okie doke. Okie doke.
Is unmatched by my tears.
Oh, chat. I know our political minute when we give one is usually a depressing minute, but in a happier politics moment, maybe have a glimmer of hope. Kansas had a voter thing on their primary ballot for restricting abortion access in their state. And a fun stat that came out of that is that in 2020, the Kansas primary had 614,000 people vote in it. For 2022, that ballot measure restricting abortion access had about 693,000 people vote against it. So the number of people who turned out to vote against it was greater than the number of people that voted in 2020. Just sick. Oh wait, maybe I'm reading this wrong. Maybe I'm dumb. I don't know. Either way, it lost, which is good because Kansas is considered a very red state, so it losing there is real good. God bless shit. It's a state that hasn't voted for a Democratic president since 1964. Yeah. All right, so untapped land's actually an incredible draw for us next turn because it would let us combo through their absorb. Things that is not an untapped land. Oh, you see, chat? This attack here? This attack is bait. They didn't take it. They could have activated their White Castle to save their Narset. Am I actually getting an untapped land with this? I guess I don't really need it, right? Can we just grab Thoughtseize? I can just, like, put this pooper into play, right? He says our non-creature spells can't be countered. Yeah. Although untapped land next turn now is still nice because it would let us Thoughtseize plus double pack Jace. So the goal is to double pack Jace in a single turn. The client is silent. Yeah. Do you need Thoughtseize? Yeah, they could have a way to kill Jace in response to his trigger going off. Like Faithful Absence is a reason to want to Thoughtseize here. Despite our spells not being able to be countered. Alright, so they're dead. Great math. So this gets Jace. We cast Jace. We cast the other pact. We win the game. We just get to exile our entire deck, and then we win with the Jace Plus. I think this deck's real, chat. Its worst matchup was Phoenix, and that deck has not been popular. I think your only matchup that feels kind of unwinnable in the current format is the blue-white artifact deck. Is pretty bad for you, but I think this is decent into these control decks that everybody loves to play for some god-awful reason, and I think it's very reasonable into all the mid-rangey stuff going on in the format, too. And things like Angels. If you hate losing to the white life gain deck, this deck's really good in that matchup, because that deck's not super fast at aggroing you out, and you're way faster at combo killing them. You don't care how much life they have. Chat, our opponent's playing blue-white control. They clearly don't value their time. Isn't it better to put Jace's trigger on the stack first? Who the fuck cares? Stop it. What are you playing around by putting Jace's trigger on the stack first? Enlighten me. Their hand is Sunset Revelry, Wandering Emperor, 3 lands. You're playing around the clock. I'm not going to time out. You're right. It does technically play around the clock. Next suggestion. Pedantically suggesting we do something that doesn't matter because it might be more optimal in a different situation is peak Magic player. Yeah, they fixed the problem with Pact timing out a long time ago. Yes. The lands don't work out, we can Prismari Command to rummage away, loot away the Archmage's Charm. That's our second Goblins opponent today. Haven't seen that deck in forever. Definitely thirsty to kill some Skirt Prospector here to dodge the turn 3 Muxus ideally. Is this a... I was gonna suggest do we shatter the treasure token? Now I'm gonna Thoughtseize, then just like curl up and cry when I see 2 Muxus. But remember, we didn't put Flame Tongue Kavu into Historic, chat. We didn't put Flame Tongue Kavu into Historic, but we printed all of these other cards that are templated in the exact same way as Flame Tongue Kavu. But Flame Tongue Kavu, no. No Kavu for you, Historic players. Wait, is Munitions Expert a May? No way. Oh my gosh, it is a May. Okay, never mind. Opponent just had the big ol' misclicks. I assumed they just didn't read their card. They misclicked. Got it. Oof. Woof. Big oof. Big oof. Oh no. Can I have my Sweltering Suns back, please? I've made a terrible mistake. Please, may I have my Sweltering Suns back? Closed decklist games of Magic Chat are low IQ and low skill. I think that's actually the biggest, most positive change Tournament Magic had in the digital era, is the move of all digital Magic tournaments to being open deck lists was such a huge net positive for the game. Kidding. The most skill testing part of one of the most skill testing parts of Magic is mulliganing appropriately, and getting to make intelligent mulliganing decisions in the first game is correct.
If you set foot in my woods, expect a fight. You underestimate our strength.
I don't want to get Laelia going.
Darkness from your heart.
Prune the darkness from your heart. I'm playing Grixis. There's so much darkness. So much darkness.
We blossom with nature's magic.
Okay, so I'm gonna expressive iteration. Deal 3 here. And library exile. This triggers. We'll put our land into play. I'm gonna declare my attacker first. So that way, if we draw a different removal spell with her, we can use that to kill Archdruid. But if we just draw a brick, we'll Cathartic Pyre the Archdruid here. And then kill their Planeswalker. How do you handle the fact that other people will see other people play if closed deck lists are a desired feature? You don't, which is why open deck lists at tournaments is a good change. So in the era of closed deck lists and paper Magic, large testing teams that would consist of up to a dozen people would literally spend the first 2 to 5 rounds of a tournament scouting every deck list in the room and adding them to spreadsheets for their team. So you were just at an incredible disadvantage if you weren't on some kind of super Magic testing team. Closed deck list was a huge added advantage to everyone in the old boys club. Is exactly correct. Which is why you will see a lot of old school Magic pros that are adamantly against it, because they know it gives them an unfair advantage to have closed deck lists be a tournament thing. Yeah, and it wasn't just people playing in the tournaments either. They'd frequently bring people with them to the event explicitly for the purpose of scouting the tournament, so they could be at an advantage. And that's even before you get into the even more obvious logistics of anybody who's then on a camera feature match at a tournament with closed deck lists is automatically at an additional disadvantage because the coverage chose to feature them. Yes, a lot of pros had buys. They didn't have buys at Pro Tours, but they had buys at other things. What? Why does putting Wishclaw into play force a jump block? Oh, because you're saying I could have Tainted Pacted. Yeah, I guess. My head was stuck on a sweeper for the turn, but yeah, maybe you're right. That I should have threatened the Tainted Pact kill. This is fine. It all works out about the same, but you're right. I could have killed them this turn, but then they didn't block. This card is very, very good, chat. Very, very good. Oh, I should have waited to play my land. Punish. I keep doing that. I keep doing her, playing the land before I see what she gets us. For my third sweeper.
Let's make some more room to fight in.
All right, so definitely an all Doomblades on deck matchup. Wishing for something like Shadow's Verdict's probably a little slow here. Cling to Dust out. Thoughtseize out. I think Inquisition's probably fine to leave in. Supreme Will out. Mastermind's Acquisition's on the slow side for sure. Bolas is kind of clunky. Shark Typhoon's a little clunky. We left Chandra in because even if she's expensive, she's at least a sweeper. Charm's clunky, and that's 60. I think I'm gonna put red-white mid-range with 4 of this card on my list of things to try too. Because this synergizes with just, you don't even really need to build around her. Like, she's self-enabling, and she works with like 4 mana Chandra, which is another card red-white mid-range wants to play. I mean, she's okay with Showdown. Showdown gives her 1 counter. I mean, red-black mid-range is an established best deck in the format, and putting a good card into one of the established better decks in the format is probably good. It's also not really what we do on this channel, so I probably won't do it personally. I think if your goal is winning lots of games of Magic, that sounds like a good way to do it, though. Is it time to sweep the leg, chat? They could have a collected company here that they could play post Sweltering Suns. Yeah, it looks like the If Coco. I mean, this is only a 3-for-1, and they're gonna company afterwards. Like, if their company's good, we're still in trouble here. It's fine. Not amazing, but reasonable. That's a lovely draw, because it lets me go Unholy Heat this, and then solve the equation for a Sweltering Suns? Or Anger of the Gods? Sorry, I already played Sweltering Suns. Skyshroud Lookout lets them add more to the board here without technically losing any cards. Smart. Obviously, you gotta get rid of these, and then next turn we can Narset plus Prismari command. Tainted Pact could find us a sweeper, that's true. I think it's a Shatterskull Smashing the Land Worlds angle, right? Gosh, can you imagine registering creatures in Magic the Gathering in 2022, chat? Our opponent's a brave soul. Listen, chat, we tried registering creatures yesterday. It was quite the trip. Tuck that one away for a rainy day. Just want a treasure token here. My hand's pretty good. I mean, to be fair, the card pool in Historic is deep enough at this point that, like, we're not really a singleton deck. Our cards have different names, but we have consistent numbers of the same effects. Oh, we could have made them discard. That's true. So, it's difficult to expect a full combo with Laelia here, because they're at 20 and there's 2 Jace in my deck. Being said, chat, I'm not opposed to trying because we are here to make content, right? We are here to make content. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Alright, I'm gonna go till we get a spell just in case Magic Arena's bugged. Alright, works as expected. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. To be fair, chat, even if we missed on the lethal there, we were still winning that game, right? Is there a bug? No, that was the first time we've Tainted Pacted with that card, so I wasn't sure if Magic Arena was going to behave in the way the rules are supposed to. We did do all 3 combos now. Tainted Pact plus Jace, Tainted Pact plus Laelia, Tainted Pact plus Crackling Drake. Killed with all 3 over the course of the day. Yeah, Crackling Drake's another soft combo with Tainted Pact, Marty. Our opponent mulligan to 5. You know what my favorite thing to do to someone who mulligan to 5, chat? Thoughtseize them. Okay, so here's a question. Do I Thoughtseize this turn, or do we double Thoughtseize next turn? Probably gonna get Thalia'd and be sad that I waited, but I think I'd like to try and kick them all. They're down. I believe this holds priority automatically. It does. Good stuff. Actually just don't care about that, right? Which is sick. Okay, so they're dead in 2. So we, at the end of their turn, we Tainted Pact into a Jace, and then we Tainted Pact again to get our deck set to 1 card, and then we untap and kill them with Jace. Sorry, we untap and win the game with Jace. This deck has a really good matchup into just all the obnoxious Magic Arena decks. It's really satisfying. All of the decks that make you really frustrated to play, it's like, yeah, this is good into the Enchantress deck. It's good into the Angels deck. It's good into blue-white control. That's honestly probably a great laddering deck if you can get down the play patterns. Only downsize the number of clicks for Tainted Pact. Still less than cat opening people, right? $25, $24, $23, $22, $21, $20, $19, $18, $17, $16, $15, $14, $13. I would bet your bad matchups are blue-white artifacts and mono-red. Or your two matchups that you're not super happy to see. This matchup's a little bit weird. I want some of my counter spells, but I also want removal spells, I think, because them aggroing us out is kind of how they win the game. A lot of the times, the opponent's archetype has, like, History of Benalia in the sideboard as a way to pivot, so I think I want, like, Angers and Languishes and Sweltering Suns post-board here. Definitely want my discard spells. Cling out. Pact's actually probably not good. Gust is fine. I mean, they don't always have Shroud. Maybe I don't want extra ones. The efficient ones are good, I think. But yeah, maybe the just 2-mana ones aren't good. The sweepers are definitely great. This can draw cards, which is nice, and this hits their enchantments too. Typhoon's a little on the slow side. I don't know. If our opponent doesn't show us history in game 2, there's probably not going to be a game 3. Oh no! Not my 3 discard spells! How will I ever win now? All right, turn 5 combo, anyone? Okay. Okay, we have a game.
We'll make this look easy. Think this through.
All right, we're bringing the spot removal back in.
Must think faster.
Nice, nice. Do I have a way in my 75 to interact with this card currently? I cut my Brazen Borrower, right? Maybe that was a mistake. The channel land picks it up. Good shout. And Library Exile. Grab a mountain, start attacking. And then I think we actually Aether Gust the presence here, right? It's like make them time walk themselves. This is on Tainted Pact. Tap both of our red. So let's start by attacking, because if we hit a removal spell with this, we'd rather cast that one. God, we're so good at this, chat. And if we didn't hit a removal spell with her, we would have cast the Prismari command from hand, obviously. 13 cards in bin. That is easily the best draw in their deck. Now, if they hit it, if this is an enchantment, all right, that's a good beat for us. So now we get to go Kalitas. And again, we're going to declare attackers and see what we get. I'm in the market to keep the cards in my hand. Solid, mediocre beats backup plan in full effect here. All right, that draws him a card. Sick, sweet game, sweet match, right? Like we had the okay combo kill you in game 1, and then like they had interaction disruption, and we were a control deck with an alternative win condition of the post-board games. And man, she is super powerful. It seems like it was a good addition to the format. Like, just a fantastic card that goes into both aggressive and mid-range style decks. And those were definitely the types of decks that needed the most help in Historic. And this seems like a really welcome addition. Overall, I was pretty happy with this list. Getting to play a couple more lands felt good. The Grixis Triome was super useful at various points. What other new cards do we have? Molten Impact was wonderful at several points. She was really good. Fable the Mirror Breaker continues to be one of the best cards printed in the last 4 or 5 years. That was good. Kalitas was a welcome addition. Yeah, I like this one a lot. I think, like I said, I think this is a good choice into what people seem to like to play on the ladder. I think you've got a bad mono-red matchup and a bad blue-white artifact matchup, but you're good into blue-white control. You're good into mid-range decks. You're good into just most of the things we ran into, so felt really solid. Zampika, thanks for the quarter of a year. Welcome back. All right, let's play some Explorer, huh?